Hi everybody, welcome back to Adonia Academy. In this video, I'm going to show you how I carved this cute wonky seed set cake. To help with the YouTube algorithm, please do leave a comment on how you like this video, share this video and give this video a big fat thumbs up if this helped you. So let's get started. Now to make this cake, I used two 6-inch cake layers and I'm placing one slightly behind the other. I'm cutting off about half an inch on all three sides. Make sure you use a serrated knife. And also very important to make sure that your cakes are nice and chilled. Now I'm slitting each cake into two to frost and make it all yummy. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share this with your baker friends and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. I'm giving each layer a quick coat of simple sugar syrup. If you want the recipe, do comment below, I'll be happy to share. And I'm frosting it with some white chocolate ganache. Pro tip to make white chocolate ganache less sweeter: whip it up after the chocolate and cream has melted and add a pinch of salt. I'm also adding some raspberry pulp to make this into a white chocolate raspberry flavor. As I said, I'm arranging the top two layers slightly behind and giving it all a nice crumb coat with some melted white chocolate ganache. You can also chill the cake in the fridge for about 5 to 10 minutes if your cake is wobbly. And after that, give it a nice crumb coat and put it in the fridge again for 15 to 20 minutes so that the ganache is set. Once set, use the sharp knife and carve the top of the cake like so to give this, the look of a palette. Make sure your knife is sharp and your cake is nice and chill and set in the fridge. So carve two sides like I am doing and then round off all the edges. Don't throw away these cake scraps. You'll see why in a few minutes. So once the edges are nicely rounded, I'm again coating the exposed cake with some melted white chocolate ganache. And once it's all nice and smooth, I'm going to put it in the fridge and for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's all chill. In the meantime, with the cake scraps and some more cake, if you have, remember the side scraps which we cut. So I'm making a cake ball mix with this. I'm adding some white chocolate ganache until, you take a ball and press it, it forms a hole. So, you've added enough. You can add less or more as per the consistency. Now I'm using this cake mix to build up the upper part of the cake, because if you see, the upper jaw is always a little front and a little wider than the lower one. So I'm building that with some cake pop mix like so. Make sure to press it well and build it up. And once you're happy with the whole structure, you can put it back again in the fridge for 5 to 10 minutes until this cake pop mixture sets and it's not crumbly. Once that's done, coat that again with some white chocolate ganache and put it again in the fridge until everything is set. This layer doesn't have to be very smooth because we're going to put the final layer. This cake doesn't have any fondant covering because the client requested so. So I'm not using a fondant cover, but if you're using a fondant cover, this is where you will put in your fondant. So instead of fondant, I'm using some pink colored white chocolate ganache and giving everything a nice coat. And at this point, I'm going to use my small spatula so that I can get a nice coat, and my trusty plastic scraper from Ultimates. If you want to purchase this, check the link in the description box below. This is really, really handy and useful if you are frosting uneven and carved cakes, rounded cakes where you don't need a sharp edge. but you want a smooth finish. So here you go with a few rounds of that beautiful scraper. My cake is all smooth and finished. And now with my tool, I'm just marking the part where the mouth separates, and I'm also using a ball tool to make the markings of the teeth. Now this is a little wonky teeth set, so I'm leaving a little bit of gap to make it a little funny because this is for a dentist. So I am, making this a little wonky. But if you want to make like perfect teeth set, you don't leave any gap in the between the teeth. I'm also don't forget to wipe your ball tool in the center because we're not using fondant. It's going to be a little difficult. Now let's make teeth. Remember, all the teeth are not the same size, so I'm just making them out of white fondant and attaching it like so. If you see, I've made the teeth in all different shapes and sizes. Again, because I wanted to make it a little wonky, but if you want to make a perfect set of teeth, go ahead and do so. Now I'm using a bigger ball tool and making the same kind of markings for the top, and this is how I'm attaching. The top teeth are always a little front than the bottom teeth, and here you have it. Our wonky, no fondant, well, I've just used fondant for the teeth, no fondant covered cake is ready. If you like this video, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, see you, bye-bye. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram where I'll post a lot of tips and tricks. So see you there. Bye.